What's up, guys? My name is MadSquash924. Welcome back to part 10 of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. As you see, we are not actually in the game as of right now, but we are in the desktop part of this game for reasons that I happen to find. However, I did not click on it because I don't know what it consists of. There was actually a couple things I saw. There was, I don't know what this is, but I figured I might as well see it with you guys, see what this is all about. So let's see it. There's a little devil inside all of us. Beneath their manufactured perceptions, their artificial reality is a writhing, twisted mess of dread, loathing, judgment, elitism, self-doubt, all thrashing to escape the feeble holds of their host, seeping through every little crevice they can find into their willpower, starving them all, motivation and desire, into their stomach, forcing them to drown their guilt, comfort, food, or into a newly opened gash in their skin, hidden only by the sleeves of a cute new shirt. Such a deplorable tangled mass is already present in every single one of them. That's why I choose not to blame myself for their actions. All I did was untie the knot. What's this? Oh yeah, that's cute. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, I'm glad I saw that. Trace back. What is this? Okay. Right, and what's this? Great. Well then, eventually we'll be doing these, but right now we are not. I think that's DLC stuff, but I'm not sure. Regardless, I had to see what that was all about, and it was great. Just amazing. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. Just let me double check and see if this is the right one. Okay, it is. I was just bathing in the Oh, Yuri. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Well, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. This feels familiar. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page, and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to a side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me. So I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to the side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Huh? Oh, that's not scary. Yeah, that's great. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things that she says and all that, you know?
Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry.
I thought you meant something else about her. Something else?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head.
Yuri, are you feeling alright?
Huh?
Yuri's been a little bit fidgety ever since we started reading. I mean, you can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
Yuri puts her hand on her chest, as if it feels her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Alright, just don't push yourself. He stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. Man, what on earth was that about?
Did something happen just now?
Huh? I have no idea. He was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you, worried about her?
Oh no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't, do anything to her.
No, nothing.
Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming.
I mean, alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Huh? Shouldn't we, wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured that we could start it without her. Is, that okay?
Yeah, I mean, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. Okay, who should we show our poem to first? Either Natsuki or Monika. We haven't seen Natsuki yet, so show it to her. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Oh. What the hell was that?
Oh, what's up with this game? It's so crazy.
If you're not interested in going to take this club seriously, then go home.
What?
Harsh.
What do you expect me to believe, that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid?
I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in some effort. I mean, we all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of your first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about?
Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway.
I'll tell you what to improve, okay? Better off just trying again. Well, fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share my poem now, so, here you go. Knowing you, though, you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but, that's about it.
Yeah, I told you you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. You know, like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you go and do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Ah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for rhymes at the end, but then it made it fall flat on purpose. It really helps bringing out the feeling in the last line.
Ah, so you did. I guess, more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. You know, I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I have shown my poem to next?
You know, the only one that's around. Hi. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me? I mean, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, we're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of bear that we need to learn to get past soon.
Yeah, you're right, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Great job, I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so, deep. I guess I underestimated you.
Well, it's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. I mean, that way it always counts when I put in some effort.
That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked out anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I mean, I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally giving up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time.
Suddenly the door opens.
Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we started sharing our poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We have plenty of time, so I'm more than glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know.
Ah, I see. Well, let's read it then. All in one, but he wasn't looking back at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheet of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
So, what do you think?
I mean, it's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
That's okay. Yeah, that's the kind of style that's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the, inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I have some kind of, epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany.
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, but because it's kind of coming on strongly, maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If it tries too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
And let's show our poem to Yuri. As Yuri reads my poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say that out loud?
It first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
Yuri takes a deep breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
Really? Wow, I mean, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. He stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just meant,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words in the poem as it's breaking down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and I haven't been through that myself. I can kind of learn to pick up on them. I kind of think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very, deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style, separates from the topic matter, and they form-fit it, the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor has totally changed. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but all it comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little, biased though.
Biased how?
Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is going to apologize to herself to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles genially as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Go stand in the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing, it must be this one. The last remaining street light have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. What?
Well, I mean, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
Huh? That's, a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
Well, I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you, into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all,
Really? Well, I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I haven't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you,
Me too. Well, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They are gingerly exchanging sheets of paper showing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? It's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is, cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feelings about giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. And I did too. So based on that, I'd gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. But I liked my poem too, you know. Even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? Well, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress your new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that I appreciate my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as I started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities and others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki? Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry, that's my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let I hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing here.
She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it.
Oh my goodness, what is happening?
I don't even get the chance to say. It's just Natsuki or Yuri. Well, I picked Yuri last time. And we're basing this off of poems.
Wow, they're being really mean to each other. Freaking vicious.
I'll pick Yuri again. I mean, I still think Yuri's poem is better. Truthfully. What? Natsuki? Yuri? Okay. It doesn't matter, does it? Great, yeah, I'm glad this is happening. You can back up now.
Back up?
Please back up. This is great. Oh, hi, Monica. And? Right, this is awkward. What? What do you want, Monica? Hey, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? What? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never had it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the room.
Oh, she's crying.
She quickly runs away.
Oh, dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it.
Yuri's rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead.
Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you.
I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki, or did.
Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks away, like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica.
You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. Well, I'm the president, and so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Well, it kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with I. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But okay. Oh, this game's crazy. Why is this game so nutty? Well, let's pick our poems for this day. How are we gonna pick things out? We really haven't tried to make anything specifically for someone, but I really haven't made a poem for Natsuki yet. I'm pretty sure I made one. I made a lot about Sayori. I made a lot about Yuri. I didn't really try to make one for Natsuki, so probably should do that.
But we really should be... I want to feel the opposite of how this is going. So let's go with the most happy things imaginable. We have Bunny, Disarray, Sadness, Swimsuit, Clouds, Electricity, Adventure, Lust, Party, Sugar. Let's do Bunny. We gotta make it cheerful in here. Maybe if we make it cheerful, maybe the bad shit will stop happening, you know? There's a thought. Maybe it's wishful thinking. Misfortune, question, sing, disaster, beauty, wonderful, happiness, whisper, jump, and whistle. Okay, what is this? What is that word? I mean, I kind of have to pick it, don't I? Like, it's so crazy. Well, we have Valentine, anxiety, this thing, amazing, cry, incapable, imagination, silly, twirl, and chocolate. I kind of want to pick it because it's so crazy, but let's do twirl. We're gonna hold back from the craziness. Try to hold back from the craziness. Landscape, agonizing, play, awesome, jumpy, candy, colored, brief, fester, empty. Well, I feel empty, but like, that's not what we're picking. We gotta feel awesome. Raindrops, cheer, skipping, vibrant, rose, effulgent, embrace, hop, hurt, whirlwind. We're gonna be cheerful. Special, vitality, destiny, that thing, fireflies, pure, captive, feather, socks, and nibble. We gotta have so much vitality. Together, graveyard, defeat, starscape, vanilla, comfort, pink, suicide, shopping, and insight. You know what makes me think of cheerful and happy things? Being together with somebody. Charm, playground, headphones, misery, milk, unstable, music, shame, anger, hopeless. I mean, charm, I guess. We gotta be charming. Breathe, massacre, tragedy, vivid, heartbeat, dance, spinning, atone, hair, and vertigo. Well, I mean, we gotta dance our way to happiness. Secretive, fun, strawberry, meager, sparkle, passion, puppy, ocean, fear, eternity. You have to have so much passion to be having fun. Vacation, forgive, prayer, variance, peaceful, covet, cute, sweet, romance, and hope. You gotta be really cute sometimes when you're happy, and when you're happy, you're sometimes really cute. So we do cute. Invaluable, judgment, philosophy, lipstick, flee, pain, fickle, dark, frightening, nature. None of these are good. These all suck. Sometimes when you're really happy, you're within the nature. So you get in the nature. Heart, memories, portrait, sticky, universe, uncontrollable, death, depression, contamination, games. That helps you stay happy and make you forget about the universe, games. Family, uncanny, bliss, fantasy, pout, entropy, rain cloud, vivacious, laugh, horror. To be happy is to be full of laughter and laugh. Lollipop, tenacious, determination, unending, intellectual, afterimage, cage, bouncy, childhood, and flying. You know, it makes me think of being happy when somebody gives someone else a lollipop and they have a lollipop. That makes them happy. Warm, incongruent, papa, tears, extraordinary, holiday, kitty, fluffy, analysis, and skirt. You know what makes people happy? Kitties. You can't be unhappy and have a kitty. Disoriented, mouse, precious, infinite, alone, heaven sent, kiss, rainbow, crimson, and aura. Dude, you know what makes people also happy? Getting that sweet kiss. Ribbon, unrestrained, wicked, disown, existence, summer, marshmallow, climax, journey, and time. And nothing makes happiness go by ever faster with time always being present. Nightgown, broken, essence, despise, sunny, sunset, ambient, treasure, wrath, and giggle. You're always giggling when you're in the happiness zone. Lazy, extreme, inferno, clumsy, pleasure, melancholy, promise, shiny, poof, dream. And always there will always be a little bit of pleasure when one is so happy. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already on the next episode of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Hope you guys all enjoyed today's episode. If you guys did, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think of this crazy adventure and episode. If you're new to my channel or been watching me for a little while and you haven't done so as of yet, and you're interested in this Let's Play or myself, feel free to subscribe to me, MadSquash924, over on YouTube, where my channel is right over there. And don't forget to ring the bell to get notified of my latest videos. And I will see you guys next time, where we start the brand new day in a new club meeting.